The war in Ukraine continues with full intensity. June 26, 2026. Desperate Russian soldiers in the Donetsk direction trying to push toward Ukrainian positions, and none of them even get close enough to face a Ukrainian soldier. They're stopped entirely by drones first. Some throw their weapons at the threat above. Some freeze completely, hoping stillness will save them. Some try to vanish into the grass. None of it works. Not one of these soldiers reaches the position they were sent to take. Another unarmed Russian soldier trying to outrun a drone behind him. Why don't so many of these soldiers have weapons? Sent out with maybe a single magazine and nothing resupplied since. With nothing to defend himself with, he doesn't get away. A Russian soldier walking through open terrain, an FPV drone already closing in fast behind him. In the final second, he turns and raises his weapon toward it, trying to get a shot off. There's no time left to actually fire. The last thing he sees is the drone reaching its mark. Face to face with the drone, he chooses to open fire instead of running. He can't hit it, and there's no escaping what comes next. This time, an elderly soldier. Even noticing the drone, he barely had the energy to move, managing only a few steps before it caught up to him. He had a weapon, but never even got the chance to use it. The drone reaches him, and a massive explosion follows. Elderly Russian soldiers seem to be everywhere on this front now. A clear sign of just how thin Russia's manpower has become. Face to face with a drone, a Russian soldier throws his radio at it. That desperate. No weapon, no cover anywhere nearby. Just a single tree, and he keeps circling around it, trying to break the angle. Running with nothing but a stick in his hand. None of it works. The drone finds its mark anyway. Ukraine's Apache strike group effectively blockading the entire Donetsk sector. Fresh Russian soldiers can't even reach their positions before drones find them. Vehicle after vehicle, struck repeatedly. Carrying ammunition, food, equipment, none of it making it through. These aren't armored transports either, completely exposed and unprotected against drones. Hundreds of vehicles never reaching the front. This is a systematic find and destroy operation running continuously across the entire sector. A Russian soldier targeted by a drone, but he doesn't defend himself. He just waits, weapon in hand, completely still. Even as the drone closes in for the final hit, he chooses not to move. Targeted by a drone, he fires off a few rounds, none of them connecting. Tries to run, but can't get away in time. One detail stands out. He's moving through this front in regular sneakers. A Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet dropping French AASM Hammer guided bombs on a building occupied by Russian soldiers in Kursk Oblast. Precision strikes from the air, taking out an entire position in seconds. Another soldier spotted walking through open terrain, targeted by a drone moving at 150 kilometers per hour. By the time he notices it, there's already no time left to react at all. More of the same pattern repeating across this front. Soldiers walking alone through open ground, no formation, no backup, no apparent plan. Ukraine's Omega Special Forces sent to finding each one of them, one after another. Some walk in a straight line with no urgency at all. Others wander off in random directions, as if they're not even sure where the front actually is. Whatever instructions these soldiers were given before being sent out here, none of it seems to include any real strategy for surviving drones. They're just moving targets, exposed the entire time, with absolutely nothing protecting them from above. A lone soldier walking down a road just a few hundred meters from Ukrainian positions. Within minutes, before he even understands what's happening, the drone finds him. This entire front is filled with soldiers who have no idea where they're actually heading. Ukraine's Magyar's birds operator, searching through wooded terrain in southern Donetsk, knowing exactly where to look. After a quick sweep, 2 Russian soldiers are spotted resting in the shade under a tree. The strike comes immediately, catching them completely off guard. Neither has any chance to defend themselves. Reconnaissance drones, spotting a group of Russian soldiers clearing through ruins. Ukraine's 36th Marine Brigade watching every move. They've built an underground shelter beneath the rubble. The position doesn't last long. A drone delivers a powerful mine directly into the shelter. One soldier survives the blast and scrambles into another destroyed building nearby. The strikes keep coming. Every new position he moves to gets hit just as fast, and other ruins across the area get cleared out in the same operation. Tearing through positions where Russian soldiers thought they were hidden, trenches, shelters, buildings, all becoming targets. Ukraine's Griffin 501 unit dropping anti-tank mines from drones onto fortified positions, while FPV strikes hit others loaded with explosives. Finding someone trying to hide here isn't a question of if, it's just a matter of time. 2 Russian soldiers spotted by Ukrainian reconnaissance drones. Realizing they've been seen, they break into a panic and rush toward the nearest tree line, ducking into the bushes. From cover, they keep watching the sky, expecting an FPV strike. That's not what comes. Instead, Ukraine's 66th Mechanized Brigade drops munitions directly from above, repeatedly. There's no surviving multiple direct hits like that. A Russian soldier spotted, trying to escape a drone closing in behind him. The first strike misses, and he manages to survive it. He immediately moves away and ducks into a trench. A decision that turns out to be a far bigger mistake. A high explosive drone goes directly into the trench, and the resulting blast is significant. Moments later, a second strike follows. The position he thought would keep him safe becomes the one place he can't get out of. Spending the day tracking down Russian soldiers hiding in the most remote stretches of this front, Ukraine's 110th Air Assault Brigade drone operators finding every one of them. Attempts to disappear into bushes and tree cover meant nothing against the drones above. These soldiers, cut off from any resupply, look almost abandoned out here, left to fend for themselves with no support coming. Battery running low, but the operator refuses to give up the chase. A Russian soldier weaving through ruins, trying to disappear. The drone's feed keeps cutting in and out. Despite that, it still reaches him. This is what skill looks like under pressure. Ukraine's Ostri Kartuzy special unit hunting down Russian drones in the sky once again. 20 Molniya-2 strike drones intercepted and destroyed in a single operation. These are FPV interceptor drones built specifically to chase down and eliminate other drones before they ever reach a Ukrainian position. 20 separate intercepts in one stretch shows just how active this battle in the sky has become. While ground footage shows soldiers struggling to even use their weapons, this is a completely different layer of the war, fought entirely above the front line, drone against drone. Volnovakha, Donetsk Oblast. Ukrainian drones detecting and reportedly destroying 2 Russian S-300 launchers. These are long-range surface-to-air missile systems, originally designed to shoot down aircraft, but Russia has also adapted them for ground strikes against Ukrainian cities. Each launcher carries a significant cost and takes time to reposition and reload. Taking out 2 of these in a single operation removes a serious chunk of Russia's regional air defense and strike capability in this area at once. Ukraine's 33rd Assault Regiment using heavy munition drops against Russian infantry positions. These aren't small precision charges. These are heavier payloads, capable of leveling an entire dugout in a single hit. Some of the detonations here are massive, secondary explosions suggesting stored ammunition going up along with the position itself. Whatever Russian forces had stockpiled here, it's not surviving this kind of strike. Ukraine's unmanned systems forces continuing both mid- and long-range strikes against Russian infrastructure. Today's operation hit electrical substations across Crimea, 2 separate air defense systems, supply vans, fuel tankers, and several other targets. The security service also struck 2 Russian spy ships and an S-400 radar system near occupied Kerch. The pressure is having a visible effect. Nearly 2,760 vehicles are now backed up, trying to leave the peninsula, after Russia shut the Kerch bridge crossing for 6 hours during the latest air alert. This is part of a deliberate, sustained campaign to isolate Crimea entirely, cutting off energy, fuel, and military supply routes one strike at a time. What you just watched is happening every single day. Soldiers unarmed, exhausted, throwing radios at drones, frozen in place with nowhere left to go. As of today, June 26th, Russia's total combat losses have reached approximately 1,398,370 personnel, 1,310 in the last 24 hours alone. Today, Ukraine's security service struck 2 Russian spy ships and an S-400 system near occupied Kerch, part of a deliberate campaign to isolate Crimea completely. Nearly 2,800 vehicles are now backed up, trying to leave the peninsula. President Zelensky has also approved a new 40-day operation specifically designed to pressure Russia toward ending this war. Russia keeps sending soldiers forward with no weapons, no training, and increasingly, no way out. Ukraine keeps finding them, on the ground, in the sky, and now cutting off entire regions at once. The front hasn't broken, but everything around it keeps collapsing. Drop a comment. How much longer can Russia hold this together?